Everyone always told me Accutane was a last resort medicine. Had I known that I would have acne from 18.5 to 26.5, so for 8 years, had I known my face would go through all that, Accutane would have been my first choice. Guys, this medicine really does work, and let me tell you why. Alright, since you clicked on this video and you're already here, you might as well click that subscribe button. And like I said, since you're already here, you should stick around and let me tell you why I think Accutane is actually a really good medicine for acne. So before I get into questions and misconceptions that I usually hear or that people ask me when they're, inquiring about Accutane, there are a couple of things that I want to talk about before getting into those things. So number one, I kind of want to tell you guys the price, because this is something that a lot of people ask me. So prices vary. It varies on the country that you live in. So I live in Canada and healthcare is free here, but that doesn't mean that our medicine is free. We still have to pay for our medicine. So I live in Ontario, which is the province where Toronto is located in, and if I go to the pharmacy and purchase Accutane, the government of Ontario subsidizes my medicine, and I'm also covered by my health insurance through my school. So my Accutane came out to about $40 for 60 pills. However, when I'm in British Columbia studying and grabbing Accutane from the campus pharmacy, it's actually a lot more expensive. It's about $85 for 60 pills. The reason being is that when I'm in British Columbia, the government of Ontario doesn't subsidize the medicine that I buy outside of my province, because I'm a resident of Ontario, not a resident of British Columbia. That being said, if you're Canadian, 60 pills, which is it varies depending on your dosage, so it can last you anywhere from a month to 2 months, but regardless, your bill is going to be less than $100, which I think is really good. So let me talk to you about dosage. So one question I usually get is, what is my dosage? I'm actually only on a small dose. Well, it's not that small, but it's mediocre. So I'm on 40 milligrams one day and then 80 milligrams the next day. So it averages out to about 60 milligrams a day. But I know dosages can vary. I've known some people that only took 10 milligrams, and I know some people that have taken over 100 milligrams a day. Okay, so now that I covered the price that I paid for my Accutane and the dosage that I'm on, I want to talk to you about another important thing that I think you should be doing while you're on this medication, and that's watching your exercise and your diet. So I know that a lot of people think that when you sweat or when you go to the gym, you're more prone to developing acne. To people that think that, I say, yeah, you're kind of right, but sweating is also really good because it helps purify, your body. You're getting rid of toxins. This is one of the reasons why people tell you to go into a sauna to detoxify yourself. One of the reasons why people do break out after going to the gym is because, think about it. Have you ever gone to the gym and then sat down on the couch and then kind of forgot to shower? Or, you jumped on your bed for some reason and then you just fell asleep and you woke up the next morning and you're like, oh crap, I forgot to shower right after the gym. This is something that happens especially if you train at night. So if you train in the morning, you're obviously going to shower before you go to school, before you go to work. So what I recommend is try to go to the gym in the morning, but if you train at night, it's better to wash your face right after you go to the gym. So carry a bottle of, your favorite face cleaner. I'd recommend Cetaphil, which most doctors usually recommend. Or right after you train at night, just shower right at the gym, and you'll be nice and clean, and then you can go home and get into your PJs. So diet. Okay, so this medicine will do about, anywhere from 70% of the work to clear up your face, but that other 30% is on you. Just because you're on this medication, just because you're on this medicine, that doesn't mean that now you can eat whatever you want. It doesn't mean that now you can stop washing your face. It doesn't mean that all the precautions you were taking to clear up your face before you went on this medicine, it doesn't mean that you can throw those things out the window. So you still have to be very careful in sort of regulating the things you eat. Because I train a lot, because I bodybuild, I also meal prep a lot, so I'm always monitoring everything that I eat. So I try to stay away from fast food. I don't eat out a lot, and when I do, it's usually on cheat days or special occasions when I go out with family or friends to a restaurant. And when I cook for myself, I know exactly the ingredients that are going into my food. And so along with watching what you eat, you should also be conscious of what you drink. And so stay away from very like sugary drinks, and stick to water. I try to drink as much water as I can. The one trick that I do is I buy a big like jug of water, or like a big water bottle, and I know that if I drink that, then I will have consumed X amount of liters of water. So for example, if you've seen some of my other videos, you know that I kind of carry this around, and so this is 4 liters of water, and I try to drink one of these a day. And so once I finish this jug of water, I know that I've had 4 liters of water. So good. So I guess I already covered, the price, the dosage, and watching what you eat, what you drink, and exercising. So now I want to get into some of the questions and misconceptions that I've sort of, heard, or had people ask me about. So the number one, I guess, misconception that you always hear about Accutane is that it's a very dangerous medicine, and it's very taxing on the body, and it's very hard on the liver. However, with saying that, yes, okay, it is taxing on the body, but so are antibiotics and so are other medicines. And this is something that people forget. A doctor prescribed this to you because they thought that you needed it. And also, the doctor monitors your whole sort of Accutane journey. You have to do blood work every month. So if the doctor sees your blood work and sees that there's something wrong with your liver, they're going to tell you to go off of the medicine. So at the end of the day, even if it is a taxing medicine on your body, the doctor knows that, and that's why the doctor monitors you. And the doctor is not going to tell you to continue this medicine if he or she thinks that there's something wrong with you. Okay, so this is also another question that I get, and it's something that one of the reasons why I didn't really want to go on Accutane. So like, you already have acne, and then you think going on Accutane is going to make your acne worse. And so the question is, did I experience an initial breakout? And the answer to that is no, I did not experience an initial breakout. I think one of the reasons was because I was already on minosin. I was already on tetracycline. So I was already on antibiotics that were trying to help out, my face. And most people usually transition from one medicine to the other. So if you're scared of going on Accutane because of the initial breakout, you actually might not even get an initial breakout. And because my dosage wasn't so high, that also affected my initial breakout. One other reason why I didn't really want to go on Accutane was because of the emotional and mental health concerns that I had heard. So one of the first questions that even my family members asked me was I depressed? Did I experience these crazy mood swings? And the answer to that is no, I didn't experience any depression or anxiety or sadness or anger or anything like that. But that's not to say that people don't experience these emotions. And if you do experience these emotions, you can't necessarily blame it on the Accutane. For example, I had a really crappy semester this past semester, but it had nothing to do with the Accutane. It was just the way my schedule was working. Another reason why I think, I was always in a good mood was because I had a really good support system. So when I study out in British Columbia, my close group of friends, my squad, like, we're all really tight and we all support each other in whatever we do. And my family also is really supportive, and they always like call me and check up on me and ask how I'm doing. Because I live so far away, they kind of miss me and I miss them too. So some things that you can't really avoid. So weak bones. That's something I was also scared of because I train and I go to the gym a lot. I was thinking that I thought that going on Accutane that would really affect my gym progress, but I only really experienced weak bones for like a couple of weeks, and then after the first month, I was just back to my normal self. And actually, like, I never got weaker in the gym. I think at one point I was kind of feeling more tired, but that's about it. But after the first month, everything was back to normal, and I was actually getting stronger and stuff. So this is something that you can't avoid. Like, you might be able to avoid the initial breakout, no matter what. You're gonna get dryness of the skin, so of the scalp, of the lips, and of the face, and just of the body. So you really have to invest on moisturizers, like face moisturizers, lip chap. I always lose my chapstick, so invest in a lot of chapsticks. I had like 5 back in May. Now I only have like this one, and it's pretty much done. So I really think the first month is when your body is getting sort of used to the medicine. And yeah, so in the summer, they say to avoid the sun because Accutane makes your skin very sensitive. So whenever you go out, even if you're not pale like me, even if you have a lot of melanin, even if you're gifted with awesome brown skin, you still have to load up on the sunscreen, because you never know. And because my skin is sensitive, I don't want to risk any sort of damage to my skin. So one final thing that people usually ask, and this is something that I saw a lot on like acne and Accutane forums, was, does Accutane cause scarring or does Accutane help with scarring? And the answer kind of goes both ways. So on the one hand, yes, it does kind of help with scarring. Some scars that I had before I went on Accutane are starting to go away and they're starting to fade. However, with that being said, I did discover more scars after going on Accutane. But, this is a big but, the reason is because my face has never been this clear, it's never been this smooth. And so I always had a lot of active acne on my face. And so once that cleared up, I was able to see sort of the skin around it, and I was able to see, you know, my skin again. And I noticed that over the years of having acne since I was like 18 and a half, yeah, there was some damage done to my skin, and that's something that I couldn't avoid, especially if you have cystic acne, because cystic acne is different than just having normal whiteheads or blackheads. So yeah, I had cystic acne, and you know, it takes medicine to actually get rid of it. And so anyway, so over time, like think about it this way, from 18 and a half to 26 and a half, that's what, 8 years? I had 8 years of acne, and yeah, of course, over that time, my face is gonna scar up. So that's one of the reasons why I wanted to film this on my DSLR, was so that I can show you what my face looks like, you know, on the reg. Like, this is what my face looks like when, you know, I'm not taking a selfie on Instagram, when I'm not posing for a picture and stuff. This is what my face looks like when I'm not trying to look good. You know, I just decided to hit film. I'm not a makeup guru or anything like that, so like I wasn't getting camera ready, and I wanted to show you guys that my face is not the most clearest, it's not the most smoothest, but after Accutane, like, this is probably like as good as it's been since I was like, man, 17. Like, I got acne when I was in my first year of university, when I was 18. Actually, it was like in the summer, so I was like 18 and a half. I feel awesome. Like, my face is so smooth. Like, it's as smooth as a baby's butt. Although, like, yeah, I still have scars and stuff, but whatever. I gotta live with that. However, Accutane makes your skin thinner and more sensitive, so don't pick at your face because you are prone to scarring more. For example, one time I was just like scratching my face, just like wiping my face, and I think I was at the gym. I think I just kept like scratching my eye or something. And then this area around my eye sort of, it got cut up, and when I was sweating, my eye started stinging, and I'm like, oh man, why does my eye hurt? It feels like I have a cut. And then I went and looked in the mirror and I had a little cut, and it was simply from just scratching myself too much. So be careful while you're on Accutane. Oh, this is one final thing that I was also really scared about going on Accutane because of this. I also heard that your hair can fall out and you can sort of start balding, but as you can tell, I didn't. Does this look like I, you know, started balding? If anything, my hair is a lot longer than it was when I first started Accutane. So this is another way that I rationalize why I like this medicine. So take it from me. So I developed acne when I was about 18 and a half. I finally went on Accutane when I was 26 and a half. Everyone always told me Accutane was a last resort medicine. But had I known that I would have acne from 18 and a half to 26 and a half, so for 8 years, had I known that my face for 8 years will go through all that acne trauma, because whenever you do develop acne, especially if you have cystic acne, your face goes through trauma, like it damages skin cells, and then your skin has to replenish itself. Sometimes, if you keep getting acne in the same spot, that skin gets weaker and weaker, and that's one of the reasons why you develop sort of craters or rolling scars, or just scars in general. Had I known my face would go through all that, Accutane would have been my first choice. But had I taken Accutane when I first had pretty bad acne, that acne would be gone. I wouldn't have had, and I would have endured 8 years of acne, which led to inevitable scarring. So the scars that I have today, I wouldn't have had I gotten Accutane first. So that's another way that you can sort of rationalize why you should go on Accutane. So one of the last times I did one of these acne or Accutane videos was when I started Accutane. Actually, the last one I did was when I was on month 2. I had just finished month 2 or started month 2 or something like that. And then now it's month 6. And so 4 months have gone by and my face is looking nice and smooth. And you know, I'm not done yet, but I know that my face is going to be even smoother than this by the time, you know, the 7 months. I'm on a 7-month program, so by the time the 7 months are up, I know my face is going to look better. And your face also starts clearing up even after you stop the Accutane journey. So anyways, like I was saying, the Accutane process, sometimes it sucks because I know like your face is always dry, your lips are really dry. My lips are dry right now, but it does get better, and you know, by the time you know it, like 6-7 months goes by so quick. By the time you know it, the Accutane process, the Accutane journey is over like in the blink of an eye. You know, I almost forgot that I had acne because like I just stopped paying attention to it because I just let the medicine do its work. So yeah, like I said, this is just my experience, and I will tell you that I love this medicine, and you know, it's worked wonders for me, and I know it's worked wonders for a lot of people, and I would recommend it to you, but you just gotta be careful, and like, you gotta keep going to your doctors. You gotta do those monthly blood tests, and if you don't do it, the doctor will sort of, you know, tell you that you should go do it. And I remember one time I forgot to do a month test, and the doctor kind of like yelled at me a bit, because doctors, their job is to take care of you. They care about you. And last but not least, if you found this Accutane video beneficial, if it made you feel a little bit better about actually starting the Accutane process, about starting this journey, then hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, leave me a comment, ask me questions, and I'll answer them, because I've been on Accutane for 6 months now. And yeah, I want to hear from you guys. And like I always say, when you look good, you feel good. And when you feel good, you do good. And Accutane can help with that a little bit. And that's why I recommend it. So I know there's some skeptics out there, but I'm someone that's telling you that there are some success stories. So do it at your own caution. And yeah, until next time, catch you guys later. Peace.